Guys, this anime is just non-stop balls to the wall excitement. Hey guys, the Black Critic Guy. Sorry that this review is a little late, but as I mentioned in my live chat, I have family visiting, and as you all know, family first. But now I finally had some free time to review the epically awesome, non-stop, over-the-top insanity that is Kill La Kill. So the story of Kill la Kill basically follows this transfer student by the name of Ryuko Matoi as she enters this school known as Honoji Academy. And they have a very interesting dress code of uniforms that can give you these amazing powers that make you really strong. And each one has a level based on the number of stars that you have, from 0 to 3. Very interesting. She attends this school for one reason and one reason alone: to find the person that killed her father. And that is where our anime begins. Now, I've heard from plenty of people, including you guys, my subscribers, about the anime Kill la Kill. Everybody has been talking about it. Everybody has been raving about how awesome it is, how badass it is, how exhilarating and fun it is. So needless to say, it got me pretty excited to go see the anime. And since it is Action Month, I couldn't have picked a better time to actually sit down and watch Kill la Kill. And I gotta say, I am so glad that I chose this anime to be the one that kickstarts Action Month, because guys, you were right. This anime is everything that I've heard and more. I mean, seriously, this anime got me hyped, not from the first minute, but from the first 30 seconds. The second that guy kicked the door in such a ridiculous fashion, came into the classroom, found this kid, had a battle with him in the middle of the courtyard, that was just the first 2 minutes of this anime. And it just pulled me right in. The minute that I saw that, I was like, oh man, I'm in for one hell of a ride. And my God, was I in for one hell of a ride. I mean, it is just pure fun. It is just pure fun in every sense of the word. This anime, for the most part, knew exactly what it wanted to be, and it just went full throttle on it, and I enjoyed it. I had a blast, guys. I had a blast. I could just end the review right here. Bam! I really enjoyed this. Go see it. But this is a review, so we need to go more into detail. Sorry, guys. It gave me the same feeling as when I was watching Penny and Stalking, Fooly Cooly, and Gurren Lagann. It felt like a Gainax anime, even though Gainax had nothing to do with it. A lot of people thought that when this anime first came out, that it's the new Gainax anime, but Gainax had nothing to do with the production of this anime. It's actually made by another animation studio called Trigger. They're like a new animation studio that they don't really have any big projects. This is their first big anime, but you can tell that the animation team were heavily influenced by a lot of Gainax works, including the ones that I named. And it does help that the director and the writer for this anime is the same team that brought us Gurren Lagann, which makes a lot of sense when you watch this anime and you've seen Gurren Lagann before. It makes a lot of sense. Every single element in this anime is done way over the top, to the max. To the animation, the action, the score, the characters, the story, the nudity and fan service, these big red bold words that pop up that introduces a character or a plot device or something in the works, to like these bright lights that shine when a character is talking or when a character is standing on some type of high pedestal. Two of our main characters, whenever they would walk into a scene, just this bright light would shine in your eyes, and I'm just like, damn, really? Even when a character is just standing, everything is done over the top. Every single element. Now, I'm not gonna lie, the over-the-top nature did bother me a couple of times in the anime, but for the most part, I just went along for the ride and I had a blast with it. The animation, for the most part, is just so energetic, fun, and very creative, especially during most of the action scenes, which honestly, I really enjoyed. Yes, some of the action scenes did get a bit repetitive, but I just love the creativity and time that they put in every every single action scene in this anime. It's just over the top goodness, and I ate that shit up. I was just like, feed me more, feed me more. And also, I really like the character designs in the anime. All the characters had a unique design that made them really stand out. Although I do have one teensy little nitpick, and that is actually the design for our two main characters of Ryuko and also Sasuke. Why do we have them constantly scowling and giving just this angry look? Like in the opening theme, they just have this face of, and it's just unattractive. It's just ugly. I don't want our two main characters that I'm supposed to root for just have these ugly look on their face. I'm not asking them to look super duper prettied up, but I'm just saying that that's not how I want to enter the anime. I don't want my main characters just like all the time. It just was really distracting. But honestly, that's just a little pet peeve. It doesn't detract from the anime whatsoever. The story, just like everything else in this anime, although it was a bit ridiculous and way over the top, I still really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed following Ryuko as she tried to find out who killed her father and meets Mako, which we'll get into her real soon, and just her journey. I just loved the journey of all these characters. It was just a blast to watch. And speaking of characters, I thought that all the characters, with the exception of 3, were all colorful, fun, entertaining, energetic, and very, very interesting. I mean, not only were the characters creatively designed, but each and every character, and I mean each and every character, including the 3 characters that I wasn't a big fan of, had a quirk or trait in their characteristics that also made them stand out and made them very unique. The first one I'm going to talk about, and I love this girl. I mean, I know a lot of people might find her annoying, but for me, I thought she was the perfect balance for whenever a scene got too dramatic. She would jump in and just bring it all back to this over-the-top, zany type of atmosphere, which was definitely needed. And that was the character Mako. I loved Mako. Every single scene, every moment with Mako was a lot of fun. Not only was it fun, but sometimes it was very touching. And I really liked her relationship with Ryuko. I mean, it was really strong. I felt a friendship right here. I felt chemistry, and the way that the anime ends, the thing that she says to Ryuko before she goes to her final battle, perfect. I love Mako. She was just everything that I wanted her to be. She was so much fun. And she would have these like moments where she does this thing where it goes, hallelujah. And she would just say all these weird things and do all these weird facial expressions and movements. I loved her character. So much fun. Our next standout character is obviously one of our main characters, and that is Ryuko. I really like this girl's personality. Not only is she really nice, but she's also tough, uncompromising, and determined. She will stop at nothing to find out who's responsible for her father's death, and she will fight tooth and nail to find it out, even to the point where she is just getting her ass handed to her. And there are many times in this anime where she is just getting pummeled and beaten to death, man. I mean, she got her ass owned. But I really loved how she would just dust herself off, get herself stronger, and come back for round 2. I really loved that determination in her. And I also liked her battlesuit, Senkensu. I really felt a strong bond between them, and I love that they gave him a personality. I mean, he could have just been stoic and be like either a pervert or just a really stern mentor type. But no, he was funny, he was whimsical, he was perverted at times, and he also had some deep things to say. I liked his character, and I liked their bond. It's probably one of the strongest bonds in this anime. Now, this next character is not only one of the most interesting characters in this entire anime, but she is slowly becoming one of my favorite female anime characters of all time. And that is Satsuki. This girl is a freaking badass genius warrior woman. Such a brilliant tactician too. She is always 2 steps ahead. This girl always kept me guessing. I'm not gonna lie. She kept me guessing throughout the entire anime of what her main motive was, what is her reasoning behind what she's doing, what is the end game for her. Now, I won't ruin it here. I will do a spoiler video talking more in detail, but this girl surprised me, and she is just freaking badass. Like, badass. And she knows it. She knows it, she wields it, and she loves it, and I love her for it. My God, I loved her. And I really liked the relationship that she had with each member of the Elite Four, each one of them having a very interesting backstory, and you kind of understand how the Elite Four look at her and why they still stick around. They had a really good camaraderie, and they felt like a strong team, and to a lesser degree, they did feel like genuine friends, although she never really calls them friends, but you could tell. Feel that connection. Now, of the Elite Four, the one member that really stood out to me, and he really stood out, I mean, this guy is ginormous, and he has like muscles bursting out at every part of his body. He's like the Incredible Hulk of Japan, and that is Gamagori. This guy, I mean, this guy, not only is he intimidating, not only is he tough, but he is so bizarre and very hilarious. There are many scenes in this anime where I was just like, man, this guy is intimidating. But then he would just pull a 180 and I'd be like, this guy is so weird, but he's so funny. And he actually has a crush on one of the characters in this anime that I thought was just really cute. I mean, just to see a soft side of Gamagori was just perfect. I liked this character. Another character that stood out to me, although I don't remember his name, he is one of the members of Nudist Beach. And every time he would start talking and he put his hair up like that, take his glasses off, his clothes would just start slowly falling apart. That guy had me laughing a lot. And then his nipples would shine and his down there region would shine too. I mean, it was ridiculous, but I was laughing. And lastly, I really like Mako's family. They are the comic relief of the anime, and they do their job very well. They had me laughing on the floor many a times. In fact, one of my favorite episodes in the entire anime is actually focused on Mako's family as they go up the food chain and become more wealthy and prominent. I really liked that episode, and it had a really satisfying conclusion. And the last thing that I really liked about this anime was its score. It is just so epic. It fit the over-the-top nature of this anime perfectly. Now, I did enjoy listening to the opening themes as well. They were epic in their own way, but it was the score that just sold me. Especially Ryuko's action theme. I love that theme. I can't find it anywhere on YouTube, but when I find it, I'm gonna download it. I'm gonna listen to it whenever I go running or when I'm in the gym, just like getting pumped. That's gonna be my new Getting Pumped song. Now you're probably thinking, oh man, Tony really loves this anime. He's gonna give it a 5 out of 5, isn't he? Well, actually, sorry to disappoint, but I actually do have a couple problems with this anime. The first and biggest problem that I have with this anime, and you may not agree with me on this, was actually the backstory explaining the life fiber and its origins. Now, this isn't a spoiler, as they do explain that the Goku uniforms that the students at Honoji Academy wear get their powers from this thing called the life fiber, and they'll go into more detail about it later on in the series. But when they explain the backstory of where life fiber came from, I just thought that that was so ridiculous and way out of left field, which is really bizarre to say coming from an anime as over the top as Kill la Kill. I mean, I could buy the fact that in this world there's these uniforms that could give students these incredible powers. I could buy the fact that our two main heroines dress in these skimpy outfits that do more to reveal than to protect and makes them really powerful. I could buy the fact that there's a terrorist group known as Nudist Beach that wear no clothes and have just military gear on. But when they explain the backstory dealing with the life fiber, that's where it crossed the line for me. That's where it broke the camel's back. That's literally where I went, nope, I can't take it anymore. I'm not buying that. The next problem that I had with this anime was dealing with these three characters, Harame Nui, Rei, and Hoka. I thought that they were just weak and lackluster. To me, they just didn't really fit in the extreme zaniness that is Kill la Kill, especially the last two characters, Rei and Hoka. I just felt like they were way too stern and serious, and they really lacked any really over-the-top nature with them. They felt very normal, and a character that's normal in an anime like Kill la Kill, no, it just doesn't fit. As for Harame Nui, she's actually the complete opposite. She just came off as way too cartoony, which is really bizarre to say considering how cartoony Kill la Kill already is. But she just be bouncing all over the place and just doing all these weird movements. She kind of felt like a Looney Tunes character. She felt like she belonged in a Looney Tunes short, or like in the Animaniacs. She just be jumping and bouncing and moving all over the place. I'm just like, I got sucked out of the moment because of this character. The next issue that I have with this anime was its overuse of recycled and or limited animation. Now I know this sounds weird, as I just praised the anime for having very energetic and creative animation, which for the most part it did, but there were also some moments where they relied too much on using the same motions over and over and over and over again. And it wasn't used as a gag, it was used to lengthen an action scene or to make a scene much longer, and it just irritated me. Recycled animation is a sin regardless of how good the anime is. And the last problem that I have with this anime, and I know that a lot of people aren't gonna agree with this sentiment, but there were just some serious moments that got ruined by forced comedy or just unnecessary distractions. Now again, I know that this anime was just trying to be an over-the-top, ridiculous action anime, and it did its job very well, but there were some moments in this anime where they were actually being serious, and it was working. I was really attached to the moment, but then it just got ruined by someone saying something really ridiculous, or by that one guy whose shirt keeps falling off. Like, he would just enter a scene and be like, how's she doing? And then his nipples would shine and his junk would shine. Or when he's trying to give like a serious talk to somebody, his clothes start to fall off. I mean, seriously, dude. Could you hold back on the comedy just a little bit? I just want you to be serious just a little bit. You were getting there and then your clothes fell off. I mean, how am I supposed to take you seriously now? But overall, disregarding all the problems that I had with this anime, I still had a freaking blast. A blast watching this anime. It was just non-stop entertainment, exhilarating fun throughout. It is literally the most fun I've had watching an anime since seeing something like Panty and Stalking last year. I just had a blast watching it. I liked all the characters, the action scenes were intense and fun, the animation was solid for the most part. I did like the story even though it was a bit silly at times, and the score was epic. I loved it. And that's why I'm going to give this anime a 4.5 out of 5 stars. It is truly one hell of an anime and one hell of an experience, and you should go definitely check it out if you have the chance. But anyway, what did you guys think about this anime? Did you really love its over-the-top nature, or were you really bored and irritated by it? You found it to be annoying? And let me know, what is your favorite over-the-top anime? Comment below and let me know. And stay tuned, guys. I will be reviewing Neighbors this Friday, and I do plan to do a spoiler talk for Kill la Kill. So stay tuned for those videos. And until then, guys, hit that subscribe button if you're new to my channel. Welcome to the Black Critic Guy. Like this video if you really enjoyed it. And I'm Tony Wilder II, the Black Critic Guy. Till then, peace, YouTube.